Hi guys! Welcome to Sisters in a City with me, Anna Bikini.
And me, Mandi. Look guys, if I look really weird.
If she's looking crusty.
Do I look crusty, Anna?
No.
It's getting to that though. I feel like tomorrow I'm going to be extra crusty because basically I got my lip blush yesterday. So if you don't know what lip blush is, it's basically like a tattoo, but it's like semi-permanent tattoo because it doesn't go that deep, but lip blush basically gives you colour on your lips and like an outline on your lips. Naturally, like with no makeup on, you just got it because it's a tattoo.
It's actually the best thing that I ever done. Like, honestly, I got so many compliments.
And don't forget who put you on.
Because all I need to do is put a little bit of lip balm on, like if I'm by the pool or the beach, and like I just have colour, but it's not like bait. It doesn't look
obvious.
It doesn't look weird. It doesn't look like I'm wearing lipstick. It's just like a natural... It
and
looks like I've naturally got an outline to my lips.
And your outline is so, so nice. So I actually got it done first. And then I was like, Anna, you need to go to Eternal Clinic. So that's the name of the clinic. And she's so, so good. She's actually Ginger Beard's sister's best mate. And anyway, I got it done first and I was like, Anna, you have to do this. She did it. Hers turned out better than mine. And I realized because I didn't go dark enough.
Yeah, you had a light colour.
A lighter colour. So this time I've gone darker. But just be prepared because the first few days, it's like really, really crusty and it's like scabbing and you just don't look good. Like without makeup on right now, I look weird.
Yeah.
Because I've got like these dark lips and I've got no makeup on. But it's just like beauty is like, the journey to being beautiful is sometimes ugly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know when you see your hair extensions out and you go your Brazilian blow dry and you're like a wet rat for like about a week.
Exactly.
Before you got your hair back in.
Watch our latest actually vlog on our Anna and Mandi Bikini YouTube page, which is separate to our podcast page. Make sure you watch it. We did a little, day with us where I went and got my hair extensions taken out and I got a Brazilian blow dry.
And then you have to be without extensions for like a few days.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to be without mine for 2 weeks.
Why?
Because I'm actually getting micro bonds. Right now, I've got kind of like a weave extension, which I get with Tanya from Love Island, our friend. And now I'm going to just try out bonds for the summer. I just want to try them out. So yeah, if you want bonds, you need to...
Why do you have to have them out for 2 weeks?
Because Brazilian blow dry makes your hair like really like silky and soft. So the bonds will slip out if they're done too soon. So anyway, yeah, the journey to being beautiful is just ugly as fuck.
And guys, I've had an emotional roller coaster the last couple of days because I don't know if I told you all, but I'm supposed to be going to Miami at the beginning of July, right?
Every time I think about Miami, I just think,
when I think of Miami, I think strippers.
Yeah.
Like,
it is. I know that.
Strippers.
I'm in Miami, turning up a notch.
Yeah. So my friends organised for her birthday a trip to Miami. She's got a place there. She's got a VIP Beyonce box for her concert. The thing is, she's done all this for her birthday and her birthday happens to just be on the same exact day as mine. So I was in this awkward position where I was like, I don't want to, like, she's done all this for her birthday and then I'd just come in
like, it's my birthday too. Imagine you were that weirdo though. Imagine you were. Sometimes I feel like should we just prank her, go to her party and just be like, it's my birthday. Everyone, it's my birthday. Everyone, it's my birthday. Like,
that'd be so rude.
Just be like, get pictures and put it on your Instagram, like my birthday celebrations in Miami. She'd probably be like, this freak.
Yeah. But the thing is, if anything, I'm like, I was the opposite. I was like, oh my God, I almost felt awkward to go because I was like, I don't want you to feel like you can't have like all the limelight. You can have it because you've organised it, right? And she was like, don't be silly, Anna. Like, who cares? It's both
Imagine like, I'm not coming because my birthday is also the 7th of July. I'm not coming.
She was like, don't be silly. It's both our birthdays. Like, what's wrong with you? So yeah, no, I'm really excited to just go there, have fun, be like, it's like a girl trip, you know?
Yeah, to Miami and Atlanta, like that's sick.
So anyway, let me tell you.
Me just in a relationship and shit. I'm just going to be here in North London, you know what I mean?
I want to be on a yacht in Miami. But I would switch. I would switch that for what you got.
Yeah, to be honest,
100%.
I want to plan a trip with Ginger Beard to Miami.
Yeah, you should. Okay, let me tell everyone what happened anyway, why I was feeling like
She almost was staying in North London with me.
Yeah. So obviously you have to get a visa for America, right? So it's called an ESTA visa and it's online. It's like a quick application form, really quick, all my friends, they did it. They got their visa within 5 minutes, I did my visa. They asked me, have you been to Iran in the last 10 years?
Did they specifically ask, have you been to Iran?
They specifically asked, have you been to any of these like 5 or 6 countries in the last 10 years? And Iran was one of them.
Get the fuck out.
I was like, Iran, Iraq, a few more countries.
But like Iran, when did we last go, Anna?
So then I was like, fuck, when was the last time I went to Iran? I went down on my photo gallery. I could see the last time we were in Iran was, I think, 2017.
So when was that?
It's within the last 10 years.
Right.
So I had to answer yes. Right?
Can you just lie?
Right, I considered it. Because then they asked me, have you ever had a passport other than your UK passport?
Oh, bitch.
Which I know that we used to have back in the day. Remember, we used to have an Iranian passport.
Yeah, but you can't go to Iran unless you get an Iranian passport.
I'm sure you can.
But then why, when we were kids, my mum would stick us to Iran. She was like, you have to get an Iranian passport. You have to. If your parents are Iranian, you have to.
Really?
Some weird shit like that. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, all I know is I remember that we had an Iranian passport. It's obviously expired and lost now.
I still got it in our memory box.
Yeah, but it's expired.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, fuck, man. Like, everyone was like, Anna, just answer no, just lie. But I was like,
next thing you know, you're on Guantanamo Bay. Ain't no joke,
what if I get banned from America because they found out I'm lying, you know?
Yeah.
Then that's fucked if I'm banned from America. Like,
not that we really go much, but still.
Yeah, for the rest of my life.
Yeah, fuck, which is that a possible thing?
Yeah,
Getting
maybe.
banned from America for the rest of your lives.
They might do that because you lie. You have to sign declaration that I'm telling the truth.
Oh my God.
So I just didn't lie.
You could have ended up in Miami prison.
I just told the truth. Next thing you know, visa declined.
No.
Declined.
Piss off.
I was like, what? I was born in the UK. I'm a British national.
British woman.
I'm British.
Born and bred, mate.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Why are they declining my visa? All my girls got there within 5 minutes. Mine's got declined.
What did you do in a Euro?
I started panicking, pacing the room, yeah? So then it was
made my day yesterday miserable.
Right. So then I was like, fuck, what do I do? So then you have to fill out this other long, which took about an hour and a half, yeah? To fill out this long...
Shut up, an hour and a half.
Yeah, they actually said at the beginning, this will take 90 minutes to fill out. And I thought, bullshit. It actually did. They asked questions from like your previous employment to like your previous addresses to your uni degrees. Mandi, it asked me every question.
I wouldn't even know this information about myself.
I had to go and do some research into my life. Like I had to find out everything about myself.
This is insane.
It took me 90 minutes. Then I had to go quickly get an Uber and get a new passport of picture, which was, you know, with the requirements of an American visa. Had to run.
What's the requirements for the American visa
It's different
picture?
to the normal passport picture.
Why?
So I went to this random Kodak Express place. This man took my picture, emailed it to me, uploaded it into the visa thing. Then that went through. They were like, you need to a face-to-face interview. Yeah. So I then I'm going to book my face-to-face interview because I'm sure once they see me face-to-face, then they're going to know that
Yeah, you're like an American girl.
I mean, as in like, I'm dodgy, you know, like you can give
dodgy.
No, they're going to see when they see me face-to-face that I'm not dodgy.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not a terrorist.
Yeah, but you know, there has been some like blonde, blue-eyed people that have been going there and moving mad.
Shut up, Andy.
You know
I'm like on Instagram.
I can't take any risks at all. Anahita Vakili.
Right. What's that, raw? So, okay, I go to book my interview. The closest interview they have is October. Then the panic comes over my body. Yeah. I just have a full-on panic attack. Like, okay, wow, I can't go, yeah.
Because the next appointment for her to prove she's not a terrorist is in October. So basically, she was confirmed she can't go.
Yeah, basically confirmed I can't go. And then I'm like, I cannot stay in North London, like, in July, in my birthday. Like, I cannot do it. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
Me and Ginger said we'd take her to Cyprus with us.
We were I'm like the third wheeler of the century. Anyway, so then I put it on my Instagram, like anybody work in the US embassy, anyone knows anyone that works.
That didn't work.
Yeah, I just can tell people trying to DM me just to speak to me. Anyway, yeah. So I had to do you can do like an emergency request to get an earlier appointment. It's called like an expedited interview. If you have an emergency, like if there's a funeral in America or if there's like a medical reasons, you know, you can get a quicker interview. So I did the emergency appeal.
What did you write in this appeal?
I wrote an appeal. Please give me an earlier interview. It's my birthday.
Wow.
We have a VIP box for Beyonce. I have a podcast. Please.
Please.
All my friends are going. No, I'm not going now.
What else did you say? I'm going for a breakup.
I actually considered writing that as well.
I've got problems with Ferrari guy and a hotel guy. What else did you write? Honestly, what?
I considered writing it all, but I did write all that out.
So did you tell them you have a podcast? Did you say
I can't lie and say there's a funeral. There's no funeral. I don't have any medical grounds. The truth is, it's an emergency. It's my birthday. It's my friend's birthday. All my friends are going, and
it's Beyonce
it's
concert.
Beyonce. And I was just hoping that whoever reads the appeal
is a Beyonce fan.
That's what I was hoping. I was like, and most likely they would be a Beyonce fan. Like, who really isn't? Like,
right?
99% of people are Beyonce fans.
Everyone apart from Carrie Hilson, literally.
Who's Carrie Hilson?
Exactly my point. So
who the fuck is Carrie Hilson?
What happened? Have they got back to you?
Who's Carrie Hilson? I
can't even remember one of her songs now. If I fall up like this.
Oh, I know who she is. Was that her name?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her name.
I know who you're talking about. She was really pretty.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, yeah, I know all that stuff. Apparently, like Beyonce, when Beyonce wants to bring someone's career down, she can do it.
Well, we love you, Beyonce.
No, I love Beyonce.
Yeah, obviously.
But most people are Beyonce fans. So I was just hoping whoever opens up the appeal would be like, she can't do this.
Oh, my single letter. Oh, single
Literally,
letter.
I was like,
sign this? Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, then this was yesterday. I sent it off and I was just so miserable.
The whole day. It was a dark cloud around me. Honestly, the whole day.
I woke up this morning. Your request has been accepted. Your emergency request has been accepted. And I have an interview just like 2 weeks before I'm meant to fly. So it's just in time. Like, because when they see me, they'll know that it's fine. They'll give me the visa straight away.
Yeah.
But the issue is just they just need to see me because then they'll know, once they see me,
So the good news is you're going to Miami now.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, unless you do some stupid shit in the interview.
No, yeah, I'm going to Miami.
Did you say on your letter that you have a podcast? Because I really want to know what you wrote.
I did.
Did you write Sisters in the City?
No.
What did you say?
But in that whole application, I did.
Oh.
Because they asked your Instagram handle. They ask everything.
Oh, wow.
It was like the most crazy application I filled.
That is some mad. Whoever, now they have your whole life.
I had to pay like $200, I think around $200 altogether for my visa thing. Like all my friends, they paid like $20.
Just because you're Iranian?
Just because I'm Iranian.
Mad, isn't it?
And I wasn't even born in Iran. I was born here.
Apparently my mum was so upset.
My mum's been so upset since I told her because she's like, why are Iranians being
villainized and demonized? Why?
Yeah, and then she suddenly feels guilty.
For like being Iranian and not
she feels guilty
giving birth
me.
To an Iranian.
Yeah, she's like feels guilty on me that I'm like suffering now because I'm Iranian. You know?
Why should she? Do you know what it is? Do you ever think, like if you have a child with an Iranian, you're continuing the like Iranian.
Yeah, like always. Like ideally, I'd like my man to be Iranian, but
someone said
I
this
doubt
to
that's
me.
gonna happen because the Iranian guys are just not my type at all.
I was at a wedding once and some guy who wasn't Gingerbeard's friend at all, but he was like his acquaintance, said to me, oh, it's like really good, like you're both Greek because like we need to continue our bloodline and we can't mix it with any other bloodline, thinking I'm Greek.
No.
Don't know this?
No.
I was like, that's very understandable, like, but I'm not Greek. So unfortunately our kids will be mixed. But I wasn't angry or as offended because I kind of understand the thought process. Like, they're patriotic and like they want to continue that Greek bloodline, Greek Cypriot bloodline. I mean,
we're patriotic. Iranians are super patriotic.
Yeah.
Very.
But it was
it was the first time in my life ever like where I had a moment where I was like, fuck's sake, why am I Iranian? Usually I'm so proud of being Iranian.
Yeah.
I was like, for fuck's sake. But
then now I'm so in love with Gingerbeard. I can't wait to have like half Greek, half Persian.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and also like Greek Cypriots, their culture is so similar to ours. So similar.
It's similar, but it's still like as time goes on, like the Iranian blood will just become less and less and less. Because what are the chances of your Greek and Persian child then being with a Persian or?
But how amazing though that they'll have both bits of both culture.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have like the Greek culture and then they'll have like the Iranian culture as well. They'll have both.
Exactly.
As long as you know when you have kids, like you make sure that you like send them to like Iranian school and send them to Greek school.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they have both. Like you give them Iranian food, you give them Greek food. They make sure that they learn both languages. You make sure that they are.
Well, you just understand that like me and Gingerbread both don't cook. We both don't know. I don't know how to make Persian food. He doesn't know how to make Greek food. I speak broken Persian. He speaks very broken Greek. So basically our kids are going to be English.
You will though, you will. When I was with my ex, I was learning Greek dishes. I was learning Iranian dishes. You would do all that.
Yeah. I don't know.
And where did it get me though? You continue the way you're going. Don't take advice on me.
I remember when you were making all these like Greek dishes and like Ginger was like, why are you not learning all these Greek dishes?
Yeah, don't take any advice from me.
All right, okay, anyway, let's go on to the topic.
Okay, so today's episode is signs you're in a situationship.
Anna, you're an expert, mate, because you're in situationships.
Yeah.
There's a fleet. There's a navy.
Actually, I'm not in any situationships. I'm not in anything. My phone is so dry. I could turn it off for 2 days and come back and there'll be nothing in it.
Yeah, right now there's a drought.
Yeah. And I'll give you guys a catch up on Patreon this Thursday as to why. But yeah, I could literally turn it off for 2 days, come back, and there'll be nothing there.
Don't you think that's mad? Like when you're single, yeah, you can go from like your phone blowing up 1 week and like so many men in the roster and then to suddenly no one.
Yeah, and it's all because of me. I do it to myself. I break up with my ex. I leave the situation.
She break up situationship.
I broke up with my ex. I leave the situationships. I cut people off. Like I'm very much like a.
You're just
impulsive. I'm an impulsive, but actually with my ex, it wasn't impulsive. It was a lot of thought.
Very thought through.
Yeah, but like in general, I am kind of like a fuck this shit.
Yeah,
can't be asked.
Rather be alone.
Yeah,
than in bad company. Rather be laid by a. Rather be laid. I can't say it, Anna. Rather lay by a poolside than by a poolside.
I'm not by
You're going to be.
I'm not by a poolside.
When are you going to be by a pool? Don't you have a holiday coming up?
No. No poolsides coming up.
We are going to the Soho House, the one with a pool this weekend. So
I'm not going to be laying by the poolside. I'll probably be shivering by the poolside.
It's 28 degrees for once.
Yeah, but I don't know. It gets boring though.
What does?
When your phone's dry, like maybe you shouldn't cut situationships off. I'm like, I can't be asked for it. Fuck this shit. Cut it off, and then I'm bored.
Oh my God, honestly, you're bored because you're not chatting to idiots. Like, seriously? No.
It's true.
All right, let's go. How do you know you're in a situation?
Can I just play a really funny meme that my friend sent, the reel though? Should we say it?
Go on, yeah.
This is how I'm trying to be, yeah.
I have a lot of companions, male companions all around the world. And they take me for the lunches and to the beach and for the dinner. But I really not looking to get married again. And I surely not going to have more children. So I'm just relaxing and do whatever I want to do. And like I said, I have a lot of, companions, male companions. And that's really what I want.
You know what kills him?
I have no companions.
She is so jokes, man.
She's so funny.
When she says, and they take me for a dinner.
They take me to the beach. I'm just relaxing.
Yeah, that's what I want. Like I said, I have a lot of companions, male companions.
I have 0 companions.
Yeah, you need some male companions. Her male companions are nice, clearly. They're taking her for the dinner. So you need some nice male companions. She's even good. A lot of women who live over 100 years, they do say it's because they were single.
No, they are.
What is your biggest regret in life?
I regret getting married, and I can say that now because he's passed away. It was really not worth it.
She waited for him to die to get that off her chest.
I know. She was like, now he's passed away, I can say that. It's like it's been sitting on her chest.
Sometimes I do think is marriage a whole big fucking scam. Do you know what I mean?
It's like,
do we actually need it to
this
be
is
happy?
The funny thing, yeah. Like, I feel like inside of me, deep down, I feel like I don't think marriage is exactly what's going to make me happy, and I do think it's bullshit because what are the chances of marriage working out? It's very, very low.
Exactly.
But I still want it.
Again,
it's like, like when like if you eat that Shake Shack burger, it's probably not going to be good for your health, but you still want it.
Yeah.
That's what I
don't know,
compare
there's
it
some
to.
I can imagine there's some marriages that are like such amazing like partnerships.
And then
But I do think that like men just get really complacent. And when they get married, like they think that's it now. I can just lay back and just be me.
and I'm not the kind of woman that takes well to that kind
Lack
of
of effort.
behavior.
Like lack of effort.
Exactly. So that's why I don't think marriage is exactly the right thing for me, but I still want it. I always want what's not right for me. It's just the problem that I have.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've stopped like talking about like marriage and these things because I don't even know. Like
I do want it.
I want it, but I don't think if you've got a good relationship as well, it doesn't make that much of a difference.
I think it's just because like I grew up my whole life like imagining like being married, and that's like in my head now. And it's like really hard for me to like not want it.
I quite like, I want to get married as well. I want my day. But I also like the feeling of like, I'm free and I could leave anytime. So you better behave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because once they've got you like marriage thing, they start moving mad. I don't know, they do it in the movies. Do you know what I mean?
All right. Signs you're in a situationship. Number 1 is he never introduces you as his girlfriend. I don't know, man, because the situationships that I've been in, like, I remember.
What would you do?
I mean,
Emma?
Ferrari introduced me as his girlfriend, like, as a joke. Like, my girl's there.
Yeah.
And that's a situationship.
I want to ask you, what would you do if like you were with Ferrari, yeah, and some girl he knew like was in the restaurant and she came over to Ferrari to say hello and you were standing there and then he was like, hey, this is my friend Anna. How do you feel? What do you want him to say? And when it's just like you're dating.
I'm trying to think of like how he introduced me.
Oh, hotel guy. Yeah, some girl.
The thing is, it's really difficult for me to think about them now because both of them are out of the picture. But
you could have used a bit of your imagination.
okay, yeah, I'm trying to think back to when I was in Dubai. Like, what was he introducing me as to his mates? This is Anna.
Yeah, but this is Anna. Yeah, but what if it's some random girl?
He'll be like, this is Anna. If he said, this is my friend, I feel like I'd... Bless you. If he said, this is my friend, I think I'd get annoyed.
Really?
I wouldn't be able to say anything. That's the problem with situationships.
That's why situationships are a situation.
But it's always a situationship before it's a relationship.
Exactly.
You know? Isn't it? Or what is a situationship?
A situationship is literally what you had with both the Ferrari guy and hotel guy. It was a situationship.
Yeah, but before you're in a relationship, is it called a situationship?
Yeah, but some people stay in permanent situationships.
Forever.
That do not develop.
Right.
And then the lines start blurring for them. What if it's a relationship or a situationship? They don't understand. Like, do you know what I really didn't like, yeah? When I first met Gingerbeard, and then he wasn't asking me to be his girlfriend, but it was at that point where he should have.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's always going to be a situationship until you actually ask me to be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
But for some girls, they think after a certain amount of time has passed, certain amount of dates, like it's a relationship.
No.
And he tries to gaslight me now and say like 4 years ago, like I should have known it was a relationship because we're adults and after a certain amount of time, it's a relationship.
No.
I said, don't try and gaslight me, bitch, because I know
It wasn't.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
From the certain ways you were moving until you asked me.
Yeah. But I think you've got the definition of situationship wrong.
Oh,
What is a situationship?
who you asking?
Google.
ChatGPT.
No. A situationship refers to a romantic or sexual relationship that lacks clear definition or commitment. You're right.
Are you trying to correct me when I am the smart one? Are you trying to correct me?
I just thought before a relationship, it's not a situationship because it's like you're building towards a relationship. I thought a situationship's when it's clear between you both that this isn't going to be one.
No.
Oh, that's maybe
Have you ever asked someone, like, so you and him together and you're like, they're like, oh, it's a bit of a situationship. They just don't know what it is.
Right.
If you don't know what it is, it ain't anything.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is the problem with situationships. If, like, for example, Ferrari had introduced me as like his friend, I would be
run
annoyed.
him over with a Ferrari.
I'd be annoyed, but I can't say anything. You can't say anything because
No,
you're in
you
a
can't.
situationship. It's like a lot of stuff that you want to express. You
But
can't
it depends, because if it's like early on, you can't say anything. If it's later on, then you're saying like, well, look, we're clearly not developing or progressing.
Yeah.
So I am going to let other men insert me.
Insert themselves into me.
Yeah. So
And what if they're like, all right, cool.
then you know.
that's the situationship.
It
for a
goes from
while.
situationship to friends now.
I remember my ex was like to me, we can have a little, what did he say? I'll never forget. He was like, yeah, we can have a little like, it could be a little secret between us, like our thing.
What's secret?
Like,
why does it need to be a secret? You're not Donald Trump. Like, why does it need to be a secret?
as in like, he was really situationing the situationship, like making sure it's a situation and a situationship.
Oh yeah, Ginger at the beginning as well. He was like, we're just having fun. Like, and I was like, yeah, this is just a fun thing. I went along with it. I was like, this is just a fun thing.
Yeah.
And this is like the first like month or two. And then even though he was acting like my boyfriend, we were both acting like so into each other. I think
He was trying to play the game.
scared to put a label on it. I shouldn't blame him. At that point, it was quite early on. And then I just went along with it like it's a fun thing. And I remember when I was going away, he was like, look, do what you want to do. But obviously, like, I don't want you to do anything. Bro, if you tell me do what you want to do, but I don't want you to do anything, like, come on. That's a situationship.
They always say, like, isn't this like the main advice everyone always says? If you meet someone and they say things like that, you shouldn't even bother.
No, because like, it depends. Ginger was at the same time treating me really amazing. Do you know what I mean? He was planning every single week to take me out, seeing me nearly every day. Good morning, good night, so amazing. He was just obviously like, wasn't ready to straight away jump in a relationship. That's a better green flag.
Yeah, but so
He
if
wants
I
to-
meet someone now, Mandi, and they turn around and say that to me,
Yeah, maybe because for our age though. Maybe we were a bit younger, it was a bit different. I
if
was
someone
like
said that to
28
me
when I met
now,
him.
and I'm dating them, and they say something like, "We're just having fun."
Yeah, because when you're 34, you don't want to meet someone that just wants to have fun. But when I met him, I wanted to just have fun. You
Fair,
wanted to. Do you remember
fair
what we were
enough.
like? I wanted to. For me, he was a straight up fun thing as well. Same with
Fair
you when
enough.
you met your ex. You just wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking about relationships like, I want something serious.
That's exactly where I went wrong.
But we were probably wrong.
Yeah.
But mine turned out for the best because we were both on the same page and then just changed together. But now you wouldn't want to see someone who just wants fun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't if I was single. So you just change.
Yeah. All right. Well, the next one, signs that you're in a situationship, is that you don't get invited out with his friends or family.
Oi.
Family, like, is a bit far. Like, you can be in a relationship at the beginning and not be going out with their family. I think like the first 6 months of relationship, like,
I feel like once you put a label on it, like to be a relationship, there should be some effort there to try and invite you to
with the
certain things.
family.
Once
I
they're
don't
your
know, I feel like-
girlfriend.
Really, I don't agree. I feel like
Really?
that comes down, like, first you're going to try out the relationship for a while, like for a few months.
Maybe you're right.
See how that goes. And then if it's like working out well, then you do family.
But not invited out with friends.
Friends should be before you're even...
In a relationship.
You should be invited out with his friends, even if you're in a situationship.
Exactly.
Like,
Suspect.
yeah, very. That's not signs you're in a situationship. That's signs that you're dating a person that's in a relationship with someone else.
Yeah, and I do think when you're in a long relationship and they're not like bringing you out with their friends or with their family after ages, that's a sign that he is taking you seriously, babes.
Okay, another sign you're in a situationship is that you never spend Valentine's Day together.
Come on. That's obvious. They've got a partner or something. They've got if even in situationships, you spend time with the person because unless they've got bare situations, they're gonna pick their favorite situation for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, 100%. I think these two are signs that you're with someone that's got a girl.
Valentine's Day is just such a weird one, isn't it? There's always so much pressure.
I always really, really loved Valentine's Day. Like, I just don't like
What
it
did I do on
anymore.
Valentine's Day? I went to the Main and I literally saw like every single person from like Love Island, like in the Main on the day.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, my Valentine's Day was just the worst one this year ever. It was awful. But I wonder, I think to myself, like, don't you wish you could just get a glimpse of like your future? Like, I just wish I could get a glimpse of Valentine's Day next year and where I am. Just,
Should we go to see a psychic and blog it?
yeah, I'd love-
There is a serious psychic.
where?
I don't know. I think Danielle knows one. And
Yeah.
she said you have to book from in advance. And we are going to Cyprus. And the psychologist, the psychic is in Cyprus.
Yeah.
So we could book from now and then see him.
Yeah. I want to know.
I'm scared though.
I want to know where I'm going to be on Valentine's Day next year.
Same. I mean, I
you
want to
know, I know where you're going to be. You're going to be with Ginger.
I just want to know what it's going to be like. Just my future's going to be like. I want to know.
No, I mean, don't you think like you wish you could get a glimpse of like certain days?
Yeah.
Like, I wish I can get a glimpse of, like, for example, New Year's this year. Like, where am I going to be? Like, Valentine's Day. Because for me, my life's very, like, uncertain.
That's exciting. Unpredictability brings excitement. Predictability and routine can be a bit boring.
Yeah, but also, like, for example, my birthday, I'm not going to have any present.
What? This birthday?
Yeah.
You're in Miami, bitch.
I don't have a man.
You're in Miami.
But I don't have a man.
You're in Miami. Like, would you rather be here
No, I know,
and
but
get a present?
it's going to
Or
be...
would you rather be in Miami?
It's going to be my first birthday that I'm not going to have a present.
Me and Ginger will get you a present.
No. Anyway, what were we saying?
No.
Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's definitely a sign. Next one is they don't want a relationship, but they expect all the perks of a relationship.
Like,
Pussy, loyalty.
Loyalty.
But they're like, I don't want a relationship.
Yeah, but they don't want you. That is a relationship. I don't understand that. I've never understood that because, like, the only difference between non-relationship and relationship is the monogamy.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
So they're like, probably like, oh,
They don't want people to know that they don't want to do a public announcement.
yeah, or maybe because they
They're
probably want
embarrassed.
they want to fuck other people. Maybe
Yeah.
they want you to be loyal. They want to have sex with you. They want to see you and spend time with you, but they don't want to put a label on it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just men.
You're not seeing other people, but they are.
No, honestly, what even is that? Who would agree to that?
Yeah.
There is actually someone who we know, who's in a relationship. We don't know them like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck that, weirdos. But like, there is someone that I know of
Yeah.
who's in a relationship with the man. And he said from the beginning, like, listen, I'm always gonna fuck other bitches. Do you know what I mean? Always. It's a
Who?
standard.
Do I know them?
Yeah. And then, but you can't, bitch. You can't.
Who's this?
And she has fully accepted that.
Does he give her a lot of money?
He's poor.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I mean, there's so many thick women.
No.
Men are this. If the world is their oyster, honestly, they're.
Who is this?
And I can't tell you in the podcast. So literally, is there any place better than planet Earth for men? Because there's so many damn thick women. You can be broke, ugly. You can be broke and ugly, and still
Get away with
this
But
shit.
what's the caliber of woman that he's with?
She's still a woman, though. Do you know what I mean?
So she must be some fucking weirdo to
Yeah.
accept that. Them
He
terms and
wanted a
conditions.
weirdo, though. Clearly, that's what he wanted.
Yeah, but then how is your time with that weirdo enjoyable? It's not.
Yes.
It's not. Anyway, he doesn't let you post pictures of you together on social media. Well, that means I was in a 4-year situation.
No, I don't agree. Depending on who you are.
If that's the case, I was in a 4-year situationship.
Yeah, but he'd let you. He wouldn't stop you.
At the beginning, the first 2 years, definitely he wouldn't let
But
me.
he doesn't have Instagram. Like, you're a famous person going to put this person's picture online for millions of people when he doesn't even have a social media. I'm trying to imagine myself as them, as these guys. I'm trying to imagine, if I had to imagine myself as even Gingerbread working my 9 to 5, like in my office, my business, like
Private.
with family I come from, with my job role as a businessman, running a business, and then just like with everything into account, being so private, not using social media, and then my famous podcasting blabbermouth girlfriend and like her sister who was on Love Island posting on social media for literally millions of people. Like, no, not everyone's gonna like that.
Yes.
But I do think them couples that are like normal couples and they're not like in the public eye, I think it's a bit like why they're not posting each other.
Like,
I'm not
what's the
gonna lie,
reason?
I do think if I had a private Instagram with just family and friends,
Why would I
and
not?
I was just working as, I don't know, like a lawyer or something like that, why would I not post my partner?
Yeah. What's the
I don't
reason?
have so many people who
Randoms.
are invested in me and like I don't even know them.
Yeah.
Some of them be fucking weird. You know what I mean? I don't have that.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the other day we were at a bar and it was so funny. This guy comes up and goes, "Are you Mandi?" And Mandi was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "You're Anna." And he's like, then he started shouting, "Where's
Where's Gingerbeard?"
Gingerbeard? And it was
so
the funniest thing. He was so nice. He was so sweet.
so sweet. We were with a group of guys and he was pointing, is it him? Is it him? Where is it? I was like, he's in a toilet. And then Gingerbeard is coming out of the toilet having no idea about this commotion. And then he comes out, he's like, are you Gingerbeard? Gingerbeard was like, like shocked. He was like grabbing here, like, oh my God.
I feel like Gingerbeard secretly loves it.
He must secretly be so gassed.
Secretly loves it. He does,
He
man.
felt so famous in it. In that
yeah,
moment.
he does. There's so many times he feels fucking famous.
Really? I can't tell on
He
him.
does. He 100% does.
How do you know?
I
You
can
see
tell on his
something?
face he gets gassed. Like, because all his boys are like, and he's like, oh, it's so jokes. Okay. Yeah, I don't agree with that one anyway. I think it's bullshit. Just because he doesn't let you post pictures doesn't mean that like you're in a situation.
I mean, I do kind of agree if it's like normal, ordinary.
Yeah, but where's the line? Where do you
accounts.
draw the line? Like before Love Island, I still had like quite a lot of followers. I was still
Yeah,
public.
private accounts when it's not, you're not trying to be an influencer.
Yeah. If you're private and he doesn't let you post, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. If you feel like you're not their priority.
I went through like my first 2 years of my relationship without feeling like a priority.
I mean, that was my whole relationship, which eventually was the reason why we broke up.
yeah. But that wasn't. Was it?
Yeah,
you
my
were
feelings.
You were a priority.
My feelings weren't a priority. You know, like my needs, my feelings, my emotional, like.
Oh, but I'm glad that I wrote. Do you know what? It's so weird because I remember going through like the really, really hard times and like a lot of people were saying to me, for example, like he's just not mature enough. Like he's not mature enough. He's just not mature enough. I'm kind of glad I wrote it out though, because like every single year people change so much. Like, Gingerbeard now, he's not the most mature, perfect guy. Far from it.
Yeah.
But he's so different to just a year ago, even 2 years ago. Just such a different
I think
person.
he's different to even 6 months ago.
He's just such a different person. Like,
Yeah.
he's so different. So sometimes it depends. Are they worth riding out for?
This is like, is this a sign that you're in a situationship? No.
You could just be in a bad relationship.
Yeah. It's more of a sign that you're not in a right relationship.
Yeah,
at
because
that
you should
point.
be a priority.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that you should be a priority because you could be your own, like, I think a healthy relationship is like, you are also a priority.
So what are you talking about?
So like, let's say like, for you, Gingerbeard's a priority, but you yourself is a priority as well. You're both a priority. It's not like you make him your priority and you just forget about yourself.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you
Like
know
that's
what?
a healthy relationship when you put, it's like equal.
Yeah.
Equal.
I've changed so much though as well. Like I feel like I used to prioritize him so much more than myself. Like
Yes.
if there was a birthday party or an event that he was going to, I would have to go with him. Now
I used
don't
to tell you
go.
this, like you've completely changed. And I remember when I used to tell you this 2 years ago, guys, if you look back at our podcast 2 years ago, you used to get angry at me.
No, it's true.
Do you remember you used to get angry
it's
at me?
true.
But you're completely different now. Like you're a different person.
Amount of times that he'll go to the pub and tell me to come and I won't go. Amount of times he'll go like to his
Your
friends and tell
world
me to
doesn't
come.
revolve around him now at all.
But I think, do you know what? Yeah, I know, man. It's mad. I make plans every day. Like I've made plans tomorrow. I make plans all the time with my mates.
Yeah.
And then tell him after.
And
so
that's
he's
what I
got
was-
to work his plans around
That's
me
what
now.
I used to try and say to you before 2 years ago. I was like, your world revolves too much around him.
But
Whereas
I
now
do
it's
think
not.
it's because he's made me feel less secure then.
Yeah.
I feel more safe and secure in my relationship, which allows me to think about myself more.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, because when you're in a relationship where you feel like they're not prioritizing you, it's like you end up chasing them more.
Yeah.
Not chasing them. It's like weird because
Not chasing them.
you end up like prioritizing them over yourself when you don't feel safe and secure in the relationship. The more safe and secure you feel in the relationship, the more you can let go and just focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Now I can just like not see Gingerbeard for a whole week, even though we live in the same house, we live together. I can like chock-a-block my fucking calendar on that week with loads of family and friend stuff. And even if I don't see him for a week, I still feel very connected to him.
Yeah.
Whereas like before, I felt like if I don't see him, I don't feel as connected. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
And it took a long time for you to get to this point, like you guys both.
Yeah.
In 4 years. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes things do take time and people mature and grow. Like I do believe like people can change.
Yeah.
Because you know, a lot of these stuff, you go on Instagram, you see these reels and it's like, people never change. I don't agree. Like,
But that's, people always change. In fact, there's this podcast, I saw a clip of it, and the man said, if you fall in love with someone once, you have to fall in love with them like 15 to 20 times.
yeah.
Because throughout your lifespan, you change so much that like you become different versions of yourself.
Yeah.
You become completely different people. So you need to be able to fall in love with your partner again. And that's what happens in a lot of relationships. They stop falling in love with that new version. Like this new version of them, they just don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
Or they don't love it anymore. And that's what happens. They end up like
the way Gingerbread has changed over the last 4 years and has listened to your emotional needs and tried to change to meet them is what's made your relationship last.
Yeah.
Because even my ex changed a lot. I can't compare the way he was at the end compared to the beginning.
Oh my God.
He changed
360.
Yeah. But there were certain things that weren't changing. So it's really one of those weird things where people would say, you know, maybe when he has kids, he'll change. But that's a risk.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
a risk.
It's a weird one. How do you know when it's like worth the risk? That's the hard one.
But you could be with someone amazing, have kids with them, and they turn out to be the worst person ever. Do you know that?
So you just never know.
Because kids change people.
You just never know.
Problems arise in relationships with kids that didn't exist before. So you could end up hating them, resenting them once you have kids. So it's always a risk.
Yeah, you just never know. It's like all the time we're chasing this like goal or like marriage, kids, but you actually don't know what would happen. Like you can get married and you can get divorced after a year, after 5 years. You could have a child and God forbid something could happen to the child or the child could grow up and be a horrible person. Yeah. It's like, why are we always chasing that when we don't even know if that's going to
make us happy?
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's why like I really, really, really am embracing living in the moment. Like if I'm on my social media and something comes up about, you know, like marriage and kids and that, how like even down to like freezing my eggs, I'll do it, but like I don't want to concentrate on it so much. You know, I don't want it to consume me because I don't know, I might not be alive tomorrow. I want to enjoy my life now rather than try and chase an idea which I think is what's going to make me happy. Why not just be happy today?
I agree.
Next one is he doesn't take you out but gets mad when you go out.
I think that's not going to take me out. Like, and now I can't take myself out. Like, that isn't, it's giving prison. Do you think? Like,
it's giving signs you're in prison.
Literally. Like, what is this? A sentence? Am I doing a bird? Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I not allowed to take myself out?
But it's not like a situationship because they are controlling relationships.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's not a sign you're in a situationship. That's just a sign
that's another whole thing that happens when you get in relationships. Like, you know, that whole thing that happens when you got like
set the boundaries.
I'm just so glad I don't have to fucking do that. That shit's long, bro.
Thanks, so long. Like the whole process of being single, getting to know someone, then the process of becoming like a couple and then being in a relationship is fucking long. The whole boundaries, the whole like getting to know them, and their also, family.
You and your ex were like very aligned with like in your thing. Like what you're not cool with, he's not cool with. What you're cool with, he's cool with.
Exactly the same.
And same with me and Gingerbread. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but it's very aligned. Like there's certain things that I'm not cool with. Like if he's tomorrow like fucking wants to just go on a mad party on Miami or whatever, unless it was like a sad do or something, like I wouldn't be cool with it really.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't like it. It's not like I just wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
so
and now
we're willing to sacrifice something for the common good,
which is hard to find because like now,
not that this is not everyone's like life and everyone's different. Some people are cool with,
and that's absolutely fine.
This is just what we're both not cool with, and what we're cool with is the same.
Yeah, it's preference, man. Yeah. There's people that are like even more like, I'm not cool with you even having alcohol, which is absolutely fine. Yeah. Like, and then they'll meet someone that meets their what they like.
Yeah, but I'm cool with him going to like on a more chilled holiday, and he's more cool with me going on a chilled holiday with my friends.
I could now meet a guy now, and he'll be great. We're getting on. Like he seems great. He's like, babes, I'm going Miami. I'm going Marbella. I'm gonna go Ibiza. Yeah, and I'm gonna be like,
I'm not cool with that. And then he's going to be like...
It's that whole awkward conversation that's had to be had. Like, do I have to say that? Like, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say it.
And the issue is with men, it takes them a lot longer to not be cool with these things. Does that make sense? So like...
When you're feeling it, they're not.
Yeah, so when a woman's feeling that feeling of like, I'm not really cool with you going on a party, fucking 4-day bender, like holiday, at that point, he might be cool with you going because it takes a bit longer, I feel like, for men to fall like more deeply into that point where they feel like that's my woman.
Yeah.
And like, I can't have her being around that kind of environment. I know what men are like. I don't want that. It takes longer for them to feel like that.
Yeah. And I feel like it's going to be so hard for me to find someone because there's a lot of things that I'm not cool with. And there's a lot.
Like for Instagram, liking
photos, Instagram, following random girls. I ain't cool with even clubbing, like unless it's a birthday or random, like really like
100%.
like random thing. Like you think you're going to just come randomly on a Saturday night and say, babe, I'm going tape.
I agree.
Like what? You what? Like it's just not going to work. I'm just going to be single forever.
It will work because it gets to a point that like he wouldn't be cool with you really doing it.
Not everyone's like that. Not everyone's like that.
But the kind of guy that you probably would like will probably be like that. I don't know. Like me and
but there's a lot of men that have double standards, yeah? Especially in Dubai. They all can go and do that. They can go clubbing, but their women can't. I'm just going to be single forever.
But then the problem is as well, Anna, the good guy that you wouldn't have any of these problems with is a guy that you wouldn't want to be with.
I'll be bored.
So you got to, do you know what I mean? You got to decide. You got to choose your fucking battles.
Wow, man. Do you think I'm going to be alone forever?
But I definitely don't think that having a man, having a partner is the be all and end all. I don't think it's like the answer to happiness. I do think if it's the right guy, yeah, it can be great. But if it's not the right guy, it's better off to be without.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one more.
This has been like more fucking serious, deep, giving advice episode.
This one's jokes. You've had at least one argument that starts with, well, it's not like we're together anyway. This happened to me a lot in Dubai.
Did it here?
Yeah. A lot. Like,
don't tell me people were saying that to you. Tell me you're saying that.
It was, me.
Yeah, thank fuck, because it's muggy if someone's saying that to you.
Well, maybe not exact those words, but like along the lines of that kind of thing where we're not together though. So
you're saying that to them?
Yes.
Yeah,
but
facts though.
Or once, like one of them was saying something about how he was dating a girl. They were seeing each other, and then he found out that girl was like seeing another guy.
Right.
I was like, well, you guys weren't together.
Yeah.
So she's not done anything wrong. Why did you cut her off? She's not done anything wrong. But obviously I'm like thinking to myself, like, same situation as like me and you, like we're not together. So like what, you can't cut a girl off just because she's chatting to another guy, you know? But I didn't realize, but he took that in, yeah? Because then he dropped it like a few days later. And then he dropped, well, we're not together to me.
Oh.
And I was like, why are you telling me like we're not together like that? That's rude. Like you don't need to do that. I'm not stupid, but why are you telling me?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, you said the other day, like when we were talking about my situation with that girl, do you get it?
Yeah.
So it's like one of those, it's like a situationship.
Situationships. But it's true. But it's just, why man can't say it. Sorry.
When he said it to me, I was like, so fucking rude. Like, how dare you? He was like, I don't owe you any loyalty, we ain't together. I was like, excuse me? Like, why are you telling me that? Like, you don't need to tell me that, I know.
Yeah, but it's
He was like, but you always make it so clear that we're not together. You always drop things like that. It's always you that does it. So
it's just muggy when a guy says it. To be honest, it's muggy if a woman says it as well. But you weren't talking about you and him. You were talking about his situation with someone else.
I have said probably things like...
Yeah, but it's muggy.
Yeah, so I actually learned from that situation. I actually learned from that situation in my situationship. Moving forward, I'm not going to do that.
Do you know how you should word it? You should word it differently. You should be like, until the situation like develops like more seriously, then both parties are free to carry out.
Fucking political debate.
I don't know, how do you say
both parties have to carry out? What the hell?
How do you say it in a respectful way?
I don't know. I've not been single for so long. I'm doing all the
you do the thing and I do the thing. We both do our own thing, but I ting together as well.
It's just awkward. It's all these awkward conversations.
So many
awkward conversations.
There should be like a fast track to this, like fill out a form, like the 90-minute one you did from Miami. And like, you know, just like write down everything, your boundaries, and send the form.
Yeah, for real. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. We are going to be doing part 2 on Patreon. And make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and also make sure you subscribe to Patreon for an extra episode every Thursday, every single week.
And if you want to know how Anna lost all of her situationships, then you definitely need to subscribe to Patreon. All right.
Bye. Love you.